Black Twitter is currently canceling Charleston White on Twitter due to comments made during his most recent interview with Say Cheese TV. Black Twitter has a problem with Charleston White going at their two heroes as of lately. There's a lot of support right now from black folks for Rodney Hinton on your right and Carmelo Anthony on your left. There's support for these two people for a variety of reasons. Supporting them is still a polarizing issue, even in Black Twitter itself. Not everybody supports them. However, they have enough support to where there's enough noise being made on social media. Carmelo is a 17-year-old teen who was arrested at a school track meet for killing another student. He stabbed Austin Metcalf after Austin Metcalf attempted to move him out of a tent. Now, people are screaming self-defense. People is claiming it's not self-defense.
Anthony was being held on $1 million bond, which was crazy. Today, they reduced it to 250 grand, which is, still sizable, but he wound up getting out. All right, so Mark, first of all, the idea of race, I mean, you lived it with Zimmerman in a big way. There's so many people who believe that that's why Zimmerman wound up beating that case. But what do you see here? What are your questions? What will matter?
Oh, no, it's definitely a consideration. It always is, whether it's a sort of obvious what we're doing or the implicit one, because we all carry these implicit biases with us that perceive or impact how we perceive an event. Now, what's really it's going to come down to, and I disagree with the guy who said this is not a self-defense case yesterday, I think he said it. This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts of the case and compare the two. You have to compare who was the initial aggressor. Was it an aggressive act for him to go up and say, get away from the tent? Did he do more than that? My understanding was maybe he touched him and put hands on him. Granted, that makes the decedent in this case maybe the initial aggressor. But you really still then have to look at whether or not Carmelo Anthony responded with appropriate force. He used a deadly weapon, and whether or not he was in imminent fear of great bodily injury. That's the standard in Texas and most every state to determine whether or not his actions, the way he perceived him, the way Carmelo Anthony perceived him when he took out that knife and stabbed him. The good part is if the decedent was the aggressor initially. The bad part for Carmelo, if in fact it's true that he sort of said, touch me and you'll see, because that's that aggression, that's that predisposition towards violence that doesn't have a place in a true self-defense case.
My take on the Carmelo Anthony situation, man, is I'm going to wait for the courts to decide. I'm going to wait for the court to decide if it's self-defense or not. All right, and I'm going to be perfectly fine with whatever the court decide. If the court decide he's a murderer, lock him up. If the court decide it was self-defense and he's innocent, then free the kid, all right? So his case is at least nuanced enough to where you have to give it the benefit of the doubt in terms of let the justice system play itself out. It serves no purpose trying to attack each other over this particular case. But black folks believe that Carmelo Anthony was acting in self-defense and Austin Metcalf was the aggressor. Whether or not you believe it, that's what Black Twitter is saying, all right? Again, not me. This is what Black Twitter is saying. Now, for the Rodney Hinton situation, this is a case that I believe only extremists, only people who truly have deep-seated hate in their heart can really look at this situation and feel any type of joy or support of Rodney Hinton. So the Rodney Hinton situation came about when his son was shot and killed by police officers. Now, he took it upon himself, even though, again, his son was shot and killed by one police officer. He took it upon himself to go ahead and run over and kill and target another police officer that has nothing to do with his son's death. And people is cheering him on for killing an innocent man.
On Monday, protesters gathered on the steps of the Hamilton County Courthouse. We were there as the Black Panthers and other groups voiced support for Hinton.
We sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Prosecutors say Hinton targeted Deputy Henderson after watching body camera video showing a Cincinnati police officer shooting and killing his son. Authorities say 18-year-old Ryan Hinton was pointing a gun at an officer. These protesters say they didn't see one in the footage.
They don't see Ryan being shot down unnecessarily as being what caused Rodney to respond in the way that he did.
Iris Rowley with the Cincinnati Black United Front watched on Monday. She says the city has championed police reform and policy in the past 25 years, but she says when it comes to Ryan Hinton's case, there's still work to be done.
We're waiting to see preliminary review of the video footage. We're looking at all of that. It's all to be reviewed. We do not have all of the facts yet, And so we are awaiting that.
In Cincinnati, Valerie Lyon.
What the police did to Rodney's son is despicable, is horrible, especially when you look at the video. The video is moving fast. So if the officer sent something that I didn't see, okay. But from watching that video, I didn't see the kid with a gun. I didn't see the kid point a gun at him. I see a kid trying to run away, trying to get out of there. And he was shot dead. So I can understand a father being upset or being led to the verge of insanity, to be honest with you. But what I can co-sign, yo, is going after another innocent man who was, I think, like working like traffic control or something like that, bro. Like he was working he was working on like the traffic, bro. He was a traffic cop that day, right? Like directing traffic. He had nothing to do with the situation. Yo, if you want to take it out on the dude who did that to your son, go ahead and do you. Taking it out on an innocent person that had nothing to do with it, I can't co-sign. And anybody who's co-signing that, bro, I think they're just, either they just have some deep-seated hatred in their heart or they're just mentally ill. So Charleston White decided he was going to take on the Rodney Hinton situation as well as the Carmelo situation. His commentary on both served them no favors on Black Twitter today. Now, he first talked about the Rodney situation, which I think he was on point with.
Yeah, nigga.
Do you still you said a year ago on my platform that you don't give a about police brutality?
I don't.
You still don't?
Nope.
Even with it's a situation where a cop killed a kid and then a day later his dad went and killed the cop. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what will happen if something happened if a cop did something to somebody you love.
I ain't gonna do no coward shit like that.
How is that cowardly?
I ain't finna go kill no innocent person that didn't have nothing to do with my son being killed. It's an innocent person. I'm just finna go kill an innocent person. Don't know I'm finna do this to him. Where that motherfucker my son? Where his family at? Say, find his name, go get his, no. But I ain't finna go get no innocent person that didn't have nothing to do with this, homie.
Was it the same police force?
Fuck if it's the same police force.
That logic is so dumb. It was the same police force. I mean, they all guilty. Yo, these are the same people who support gang violence. We're the same people with that mindset, or the same people who think gang violence is perfectly fine, all right? Because somebody is responsible for the death of somebody from your neighborhood in 1960. That's excuse for you to come and murder somebody in 2025 who had nothing to do with it, all right? Same thing here. Yo, this man was working, was directing traffic, bro. This man was nowhere near the incident with your kid, had nothing to do with it, was not around, was a complete innocent man. You murder him because he's part of the same police force. Imagine if the police start taking that approach, bro. Oh, Rodney Hinton did this? Okay, everybody who lives in that community, y'all guilty too, bro. All right, we finna start planting drugs on y'all, bro. Hey, bro, we finna start harassing y'all. We finna start taking y'all to jail for no reason. We finna, y'all will put on y'all marching boots, bro, and sing the spirituals, bro. Way down the wall. Yo, if that happened to y'all, y'all will be protesting for 30 days and 30 nights and fasting for 90 days, bro. But now y'all are applying those principles to the police force, and all of a sudden, the sin of one police officer now applies to all police officers. Can you imagine if they applied that principles to Black folks? Can you imagine if they apply, hey, bro, if somebody in your family ever did something bad, y'all all got to get punished for it? Can you imagine how terrifying life would be for all of us, including myself?
This cop didn't have nothing to do with it. How you know he in agreement with it? You're gonna go pick an innocent person and kill him. And we clap for that. Yeah, nigga, nigga, go get the person that if you done something to me, what I look like gonna go do something to V and you done it? Nah, homie. That's some that's a cowardly act. You don't want to hurt an innocent person. Minding they mother don't know nothing about nothing and ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Maybe he went psyche, or
he ain't
maybe
win shit. No, he ain't win shit. He ain't win shit. A psychic person, nigga, they crazy. He don't hold his head over pride when he walk by them police.
But that's what you said you like, though. You said that in previous interviews. You like when people were in the courtroom.
I like that. But nigga, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm responding to what you saying. Maybe he went crazy. A crazy person don't take pride like that, is what I'm saying.
This the picture of Rodney holding his head high acting like he's an actual activist in the courthouse, bro. Yo, this man is a cold-blooded murderer who murdered an innocent person that had nothing to do with nothing. But this man is walking around acting like he's Martin Luther King Jr., acting like he Malcolm X, acting like he doing something for the cause. All right, and here's the thing: black folks is gonna make him Malcolm X. Like he's gonna be a martyrer.
I ain't saying that ain't the shit. That's what you're supposed to do, nigga. But you saying, well, maybe nigga ain't went crazy. That was a choice, and he taking pride in it. Crazy people don't do that.
I've seen people crying online too that the death penalty is too harsh. I don't think it's too harsh, bro. I feel like the death penalty should be used for situations where there's like a 99.9, 100% certainty that this person did it. This is 100% certainty, bro. All right? He is prideful for doing it. He is confident in doing it. He's happy about doing it. He sees this as vengeance for his son, which, okay. And I also believe, bro, the support of Rodney Hinton is also rooted in trauma, bro. A lot of our communities have been exploited, have been damaged, have been taken advantage of, have been attacked by police officers. Police officers, the very few who aren't doing a great job, who don't honor their oath, they're the reasons why a lot of people is rooting for this. It's kind of like when the dude killed like the pharmacy owner or the owner of the largest healthcare company, and the world was celebrating because the world has trauma due to these healthcare companies effing everybody over. But that don't mean an innocent man deserves to die. Now, he asked Charleston White about Carmelo Anthony, and Charleston White had a harsher stance on Carmelo Anthony. Here's what Charleston White had to say.
About the Carmelo Anthony situation with the kid and the knife. I seen you speak on that.
He going to jail. Oh.
You were basically saying that.
So there's another kid that killed somebody at school due to bullying. They didn't find it with murder. They found it with like involuntary manslaughter and got like 10 or 12 years. He's going to get anywhere from that range. He's going to get anywhere from that range. It's two things. There's a police documented statement asking the police, can I plead self-defense? He took a weapon to a school event. There's no way you can justify that. There's no way you can justify that.
You take pepper spray just in case something happens. I can bring something just in case something happens.
Not to a school event. I cannot bring pepper spray through security at the TSA. I cannot bring a gun to a bar where they sells alcohol.
I've heard this a lot from a lot of people, but I don't think people understand. Like, that really doesn't matter in a self-defense case, to be honest. If the courts decide, or if the police officers believe that Carmelo Anthony was faced with two choices to either die or to kill, and he chose to kill, then he will be home right now. Like, if they believe it was a real self-defense case, or it was a real self-defense situation where he had no other choice but to lay down and die or fight, then it don't matter if that knife was unauthorized. If he used it to save his life, he should be coming home. But, the police officers believe it wasn't self-defense. The courts, as of now, believe that there's not enough for self-defense. So that's why he's not home. But yeah, I just heard a few people bring up like he brought the knife unauthorized. That don't matter in a self-defense case at all.
It's the 50-50 law rule. The school law states, school rules and regulations says you cannot have no weapons. Me, you, the kid, the parent, the coach, at any school event. You have to go through a metal detector. So now you can't have it at the school, you can't have it at the dance, you can't have it at the football game, you can't have it at another school district, you can't have it out of town at a school event, you can't have it at the debate thing, you can't have no weapons, homie. That's where he went wrong at.
So you're blaming him for not going to his parents. His parents should have went to the school.
He had a stay-at-home mama. He got a daddy at work. He got a stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home mom's supposed to be in everybody's business. Stay-at-home mom supposed to be in everybody's business. If this is such a good kid, make straight A's and straight B's, because I got a nephew who go to school with him. So if he's such a good kid, man, these guys at school is messing with me. Why not report it? Why stab somebody and take a life? And then if you really defend yourself, why flee the scene and get rid of the weapon, showing criminal intent?
I'm not read up enough on the Carmelo Anthony situation to even tell you if he ran away and stashed a knife away, because I don't know that. Listen, I'm just waiting to see the court case play out. Probably when the court case come, I'll probably do my deep dive on the situation, man. But now, what I will say, though, I do think is a tad bit hypocritical of Charleston White's behalf, because Charleston White is a supporter of George Zimmerman. Charleston White believed that George Zimmerman acted in self-defense and that George Zimmerman is innocent. So if he believes that George Zimmerman is innocent, then I don't understand how he won't believe Carmelo Anthony is innocent. Now, I'm not saying Carmelo Anthony is innocent, so please don't get my words like twisted up, okay? I'm not assigning innocence to anybody. I'll let the court decide that part. But if George Zimmerman was told not to follow Trayvon, but he still followed him, George Zimmerman initiated contact with a man minding his business. George Zimmerman sought out Trayvon, but Charleston White still believes that George Zimmerman is an innocent man. Like, regardless of what the court system decides, then would the Carmelo Anthony situation be a similar case to George Zimmerman? Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think, all right? Do you guys believe that Charleston White is spitting, or is he off a little bit? All right, and do you guys believe that Charleston White has said enough here to make you guys pissed off at him? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video right here on my screen to find out why DJ Academics just exposed the violator Cameron and Mace for them trying to bully him. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.